Hello. Hello. I hear you.
Okay, we're actually in? All right, I'm on my cell phone now. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know what I just did, but okay. Oh, wow. That is absolutely crazy. Uh, I can't, I'm so glad. Oh, now I got an echo. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it's clear in the Philippines.
All right. Welcome, my lovely fiance. Not my guardian angel, but close to it. Right? You're just my fiance angel.
Yes, many gorgeous.
Yes. Welcome all. I had some intro music planned, set up, and well, there went that. So, at any rate, um, let's see. It's saying now. So I I set up everything like I normally do, and I went to go hit start, and nothing happened. It was crazy, and then I'd get out, um, and then it would cancel everything. Where I used to be able to at least get out, but that's good. So hopefully everyone's hearing me and everyone's doing well. This has been a hell of a couple weeks, month and a half. Where do we start? My goodness, what is wrong with the right direction? Well, evidently there's a lot. But I am officially starting the Welcome to Wendy's era as I have landed a management position there, giving me time to get more active in the podcast and active in trying to get my life story written and scripted. And, basically I'm using that. I'm trying to use that to fund my community projects, and I'm going to get on everyone later. I wanted to open the portal of good, not the portal of wusses. So we'll get into that in a little bit. I think people need to just jump on in if you're going to do it. Either there's good, there's bad, and there's free will. That's what I learned when I went up there. There's no gray. There's no in between. So remember that. So things have been very rough. Since May, it's been it's been an uphill battle. I myself have never known what life was going to be like without a car, and just as if you heard my podcast in the past, the first day when I was homeless during the pandemic, I ended up getting put down by a heat stroke and had to be revived 3 times, which is ironic because I was an ex-professional tennis player who absolutely thrived in the heat. Loved it. So, a couple of things that I remember coming back is that I was going to be God's soldier, that I'm going to be that I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher at heart since I was 13. And that kind of made sense to me. I can't teach anything that I haven't experienced. And I sure as hell have experienced quite a bit lately. And, all I can do this day and age, I know damn well everyone else goes out in public and just shake it. You're just shaking your head at the behavior. I mean, every day I go out and it's just shocking that the behavior is getting worse. Well, hello, McFly. Hello. There is God and there is a devil. Okay. And, the devil sure as hell is getting the best of a lot of people. I'm going to explain a few things too, like aliens. I'm going to explain a few things that's a good trick by the devil, because you can go into the pictures. By the way, let me give you all this. Let me give you all my website, because you can follow along with some of the new pictures that I posted. Let me see if can I even type it on there? Can I? Sure as hell don't want to lose my connection here. Let's see if I can do it on my laptop. I don't know if that's going to go out there. Hon, tell me if you see this. If you see me, the message I'm going to send out, just so that everybody has it. Of course, I am so freaking prepared. I can't stand it. Everything worked perfectly, and I've got everything right at my fingertips. Not. All right. If everyone goes to my podcast website, I have uploaded. What the hell? Oh my gosh, this is one thing after another today. I've uploaded some pictures that I've taken and some video. It's absolutely crazy. I've been in and out of a hotel since May. And basically, I'm homeless again. Hold on one sec. Okay, let me know if. Let's see. Nope, I guess I can't. Okay, everyone, if you go to the podbean.com website, mine is going to be https://rwbthert direction 23.podbean, that's podbean.com. Okay. Once you get there, you'll see a drop-down menu. You'll see you'll see an item to click. There's new photos, angels, and some demons. And it's interesting. I've caught all of this other stuff on tape or up tape on video and pictures by complete accident. Just because I tell you, when you're homeless, perfect song comes to mind. When you're strange, dun, 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 faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, dun, 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 dun. It's really a tough feeling. A lot of times, you'll spend the night up, and you'll sleep during the day. If you can find a spot, you're very mobile. You know kind of where you can go at certain times if you need to charge your phone, take a piss, take whatnot. It's not very relaxing, So I've been I was looking for a job. I tell you, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead and vent a little bit here. I got a bike that helped me out. I was trying to branch myself out so I can find better jobs, and use my bike to get to. I don't know. I'm on a mission, kind of blindfolded right now, and I'm just going with it. God told me I'm a teacher and I'm a soldier, and I've come up with these ideas. Or I'm sure he has. He's helped me with the what is wrong with the right direction. A song that I thought was the Doors that woke my ass up at 4 a.m. That was a pivotal moment, changed my life. There's so many things that when God has stepped in, and I've listened, and the war, everything's so shitty in the world right now. All I can do is tell you guys what to expect. There's good and there's bad, and there's you cannot take your belongings with you or your status. Okay, if you're hanging out your hat on something that's in between good and evil, it doesn't fly, McFly. Doesn't work. Okay, all the pictures I've got, that's all. I am too tired. I'm too busy. I don't Photoshop. I don't even know how to do that. Okay, all of the stuff is just it is. I am able to capture like the portals. I call them portals. And I'll tell you one thing. I was kind of last time I got a little intoxicated. I sat there and I was playing with what was it? Paint or something for the photos. And I started putting the Trinity on those devil, demon, and shadow pictures that I have. And man, they didn't like that. Wow, that seemed to get things stirring, and I kind of pissed off at the world. I rode my bike about a month ago, about maybe about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Rode all night, and I found these beautiful churches. I need to post some of my rides that I went on, and found what I have found. It was just so beautiful and so peaceful, and at a time that it was like it. I don't know how to explain this. I was almost not meditating. I was almost like I was meditating in that hypnotic state where I was just kind of letting God drive me around, and I was trying not to think too much about being homeless and not having a job. I thought I'd get a job pretty quick after the Waffle House debacle, and I couldn't. It's just one thing after another. But I rode around. I found all these churches, and then I rode by several museums, and I'm really fighting on how I want to get this community, this reboot community started. All of this, I am going to use the film industry if I can to fund my community projects. There's so much damn content that is flowing here, that if somebody actually had some balls and got on board with us, I'm trying to put together a group. If you listen to my podcast, you know that I was a sales director for a small production company right before the pandemic, and in 2.5 months, I had a national commercial being sold. I had a group formed to get movie financing. We had just gotten the first $1 million approved. We were going to sign all that stuff the day of the quarantine. A reality show with a big studio, Jim and Tammy Baker's mansion. We were going to get that. Everything was happening that day, and the shit hit the fan. And that's where another, even before that incident, you'd have a hell of a movie about my story, just about my divorce and me becoming a professional tennis player. I just remember riding my bike around and just being just a little pissed off, I've been not really going heavy on this advertising, doing anything really yet until I get the right people involved, I guess. I was waiting for somebody to donate property to me, or for me to, I open up the portal and you will open up a door type of thing. And at any rate, I'll get to this later on. I have found where the reboot community needs to start in Georgia. That I have solved. That solved. Now I got to figure out how to get it there. Okay. I'll get to that in a little bit, but I'll tell you, I was really fighting. What am I supposed to do? God, I don't want to go and die again and have failed him because I could not bring people to the table and not see. I think it's his. I know it's his vision for something to just change the way we think. And maybe that'll get people that are in quicksand to change the way they think. You can only make an example. If you don't make an example, people can't follow. And this is what I am trying to do. A lot of people at this point, seeing what the world is like, said, "Screw the world. No one's going to listen. To hell with them." Well, I can't do that. I have held on to a lot of this information. I've held on a lot of these pictures for years. I've held on to the "What is Wrong with the Right Direction" song since 2017. Or was it 18? I don't know, maybe 17, 18. Held on to it for a while. And it's only been recently that I've... It's been about almost a year that I started doing the podcast, and just to put something tangible out there that somebody could go and reference to about either my idea about a reboot community and or putting together some kind of a script about my life story, which I you're going to get at least 2 seasons, definitely 3 seasons, if not one hell of an epic movie. And it's still writing itself. I have just so many things that could pop from this, from all the people that I call waffle on two, where we're all landlocked. To what's going on with them, to transitioning to gearing up for reboot communities and landlockers, and seeing what turns them around, seeing them get all excited, seeing their life change, maybe getting into acting or whatnot. But at any rate, I just like I was amazed when I was revived at how many people were not going to heaven, that were in quicksand. Here I've opened up a portal of good, and I've only seen a portal of pusses. Not one person has texted me, has mailed me. Not one person that says, I will join you and at least, tell you if your idea is good or not. Or I might know someone that knows somebody. No. I've heard crickets chirp. And that's fine. It's just going to take one person to enter and something to roll before everyone else comes in. And I understand that. This is something that, it's a different way of thinking. And you're saying, hey, I believe in God, and I believe in that there's a devil, and this shit that I've got on video and pictures, it's real. It's absolutely 100% real. So about 5-6 weeks ago, I'm telling you what, I had to go to the hospital. I had suffered severe poison ivy, that I got an infection that made the doctors go, holy crap. When you make doctors go, oh, it's not good. So I'm trying to find a job. I'm still battling that infection, by the way. Trying to find a job, and nothing's really going right. I'm also working on this podcast. I'm working on, working on building a group together. And I'm live at IHOP here, by the way, in Norcross, Georgia. Live. Hollywood, Atlanta. Yeah. We can make our own. We can do our own thing. Like Rocky said to Clever, you ain't so bad. You ain't nothing. I don't fear it. We can do things better than Warner Brothers. Do it ourselves. Different way of thinking. You pave your own way. I got so much content and so much of a different positive spin on life. Tired of the negative. You can see I'm a little feisty and a little spicy here today. So I remember I actually kind of fell off my bike, and I had just applied to Wendy's. The manager position there gives me, enough hours, a decent pay, but it also gives me some leeway to work on some other things and invest in my own self. I've got some YouTube projects that I want to do in correlation with this. There's a lot of content that I want to get up there. I have my black cousin that I got to go see, getting his butt out of jail. He is a hell of a rapper. That's on my YouTube at Robert WRWB. The hell is that? Hold on. I'll get back to the hell with that. There's a lot. He's just, that's a whole story in itself. And again, what the way that this, the idea of where to put this reboot community, it makes perfect sense here in the center of Atlanta, Georgia. So I fall off my bike. I applied to Wendy's. They had actually offered me the manager job. They had switched onboarding companies that I got offered the job, and it took me. I tried for 3 days to get into their just build a profile, and I couldn't. And next thing you know, they're thinking about, they're gonna completely pause hiring, freeze hiring, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally get hired, and damn, now some software bug is going to prevent me. So I'm really not that. I'm really pretty upset at the world right at this point. And I fall off my bike and I roll and I come up to, and it's about 5:30 in the morning. I was biking to one of the gas stations. I had a couple bucks. I was going to go get me a coffee. And I saw one of the churches here. They're just beautiful, beautiful steeple. And you had the cross up there. It's right before night becomes the day. Day becomes the night. Try to run. I'm sorry, little doors. And I look and I see it looks like a star. Okay, so if everyone's up on my website, you see that I've got these pictures of the lights in the sky. Now, that's my guardian angel, by the way. That's Jim. That's Jim Morrison, which might not believe it, but that's what I was told even before I had passed away. I call him Jimbo, but I'm looking at the church. I'm noticing how beautiful the church is, and then I look up and I see the star, and it blends in perfectly. And I'm looking at it, and I look at the church, and I look at the star, and I go, "What the? There's no way. It can't be. It's got to be like a cell tower or something that's just on," and it wasn't. And all of a sudden, it starts kind of heading over to me, and I'm like, "Oh, what the hell is going on here?" And it kind of got lower, and then I had noticed. I just kind of knew it was. I don't know how to explain it. I knew it was my guardian angel. And I got another song. I'm not very extremely happy about it. It's kind of cheesy. I remember the song that was in my head when I had passed away. Finally, I remembered that. That's kind of dark. It's got this, this happy-go-lucky church kind of twang country thing to it, and it gets really pretty dark. As far as you're not on board the train, bound for heaven, driven by Jesus, meant for believers, not for sinners. It gets pretty intense. And then I came up with the Portal of Good song a few nights later, but so I'm going, what in the world's going on? And you could tell, and there was just some communication, and then in the background I see another angel and another one and a trinity, and for some reason I said, "Oh, those must be soldiers." And they were in a perimeter form. Well, I was just ecstatic to see Jim. I very low in my self-esteem. I'm sitting there, to be honest with you, I'm like, I just wish I would have passed away. I had the choice. I wish I would have just passed away. I'm sitting out here. I'm miserable. Poison ivy, ants up my ass. You name it. And Jim said, "It's a couple more nights, man. A couple more nights." Meaning that I don't even mind as much if not being homeless and being employed and making money is a little bit different than being homeless and trying to bike everywhere and you're not making money, and you start something and then something fizzles out and then you got to restart the whole application process. It sucks. So it was very comforting, but I noticed kind of like I said, a perimeter formed, and they were higher up, but still not high. I said, when I saw my guardian angel, it was, I want to say, only about 500-600 feet up from the church. but blended in perfectly. I just never seen anything like that. Kind of did some research and found out there was other folks that have done that. But man, I'm just having a good old time, and I'm snapping some photos and video, and lo and behold, I get this crazy one on camera. So the ones that I've got. What the fuck? Let me get in my damn website. Okay. Okay, so angels, demons, portal of good versus portal of evil. If you go to the third and fourth one, that is some weird stuff. Now, I remember trying to video that. I was just video. If you look and actually click on the video, you'll see that little light, that little speck of light in the middle, and that's Jim. And I was really just videotaping him. And then you've got 3 like animal, like dog looking things, and it screwed up my whole camera. I didn't do that, and I even got 2 seconds, but that one animal in the middle looks in between like a Doberman Pinscher and a kangaroo and I just don't know, but I keep seeing that character in some of this stuff. And it's interesting. And oh, by the way, a couple photos that I have of Jim, he's smiling for the camera. It's pretty funny. It's you don't I think that's a little bit too much of a coincidence for 2 separate photos of I'll say that's a star to look like a smile, but I certainly, and anybody is welcome to take that and see if I photoshopped or did anything. I didn't. I was actually taking a picture, video of that night of my guardian angel, and I was right outside of racetrack, and there's just that, and I don't know what those are. I don't know if those are demons, but I know I got some other weird stuff. Let's see. So, and then the other thing is the video that says 0.00. Well, if there's no video, then why is it going for like 2 seconds? You follow me? Like what? It's crazy. And then you pause it, and then you just get some weird stuff, and it changes. And don't get too consumed with this. These Satan's army. They love to tear your positivity down and just feed you with negative bullcrap. Don't let them. It's you got to be one. You just got to know that's who they are. That's what it is. What it is. Okay, they're evil. They're out to trick you. And make you feel like crap, and it's up to you to say no. I'm not going to let you do that to me. So let's see. Going back, that was weird, and I didn't notice anything until like the day after, and I'm like, whoa, what did I just get? I was trying to look for Jim, and then that night as well. So the first 2 photos, I just enhanced it. You'll see I'm really just taking a picture of the speck of light, my guardian angel, and I never ever saw. You got 2 lights and then a red light. Now, if you look, you just notice all these pictures got the trees all get all real bushy. You see in the by the light, that wasn't there. Like, I'm taking a picture of, I don't even see the road. That's what's so weird. Um, it is awfully strange. Um, and that wasn't there. That I wasn't snapping a photo at that time for those lights or anything else. And so if you scroll in, you kind of, it almost looks like people sitting down. And then, of course, in the background, you got the trees who form like almost like monsters. There's something else. It doesn't scare me. They really, honestly, kind of make me laugh. And then, you could see some of the pictures. I asked for a sad face on one of them, and I got a sad face from Jim on a picture. He did a mustache. He's got a very, if you ever research Jim Morrison, this is so his personality. He was very much of a jokester. So moving along, every night it's interesting. I get excited. Night falls, and then I look up and Jimbo's up there. Some nights I got an entourage, if you will, of two other angels. And some nights it's just Jim and I. And throughout, I started working. This is my third week, so. And I got a car. I got a loan for a piece of crap car, so I got a car. At least I can sleep in my car until I start getting some money. I do splurge for a hotel once or twice a week, so I can damn shower and stuff, shave. But he's always that right at as soon as it starts getting dark. There he is, and I could see. I swear, I could see him. He gets excited, and I get excited, and then we go out and about, and I just get these weird feelings, and I'll try to start videoing Jim. But lately, I've also known that there's just some shit out there. There's some things that now it's like. Because of the incident around Halloween, now I'm being that ghosts are or some kind of spirits, different ones, because the ones that ghosts don't really scare me compared to dealing with these demonic forces. Then that's something. That's something of pure Satan. I'm not. I don't know what to think about some of these ghosts now. You see I call her Lady Liberty, and honey, don't get mad. But I was like, oh, Lady Liberty looks. I was trying to get a rise out of these people. So you see a picture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in to the right. I decided to sleep in a parking lot. It was kind of dark, kind of bouncing around between parking lots to see which one's good, which one's the quietest and the one that's more peaceful. More private, but so I thought this place looks good, so I fell asleep, and I heard so this is a day after Halloween, and I hear some commotion going on, and so I'm like, what the hell? You kind of get a little paranoid. I was the only one in the parking lot, so I kind of popped up like toast and took a gander at what was behind me, and I saw what I call her Lady Liberty, and the weird looking dwarf army soldier dude. And I look and I'm like, I said, what the hell's going on? And so I thought they were still having a party or something, and they were just up there. And I don't know if y'all have been to Florida or some other places that, where people are on the beach and they stay still. It's like a statue. I call them like a mime. That's I see these people doing this in Florida a lot, and for 2 minutes, all I could see was Lady Liberty's drink. I could see this. Gosh, it was. At first it looked like it was water swishing in a wine glass, and then it looked like it was oh hell, it was it was like a ring. I saw it just circle. So from the distance, I couldn't really tell what it was. I think in the picture it looks like she's even got a wine glass, but it was such the strangest thing because I could see the I could see the reflection of the light hit like it was water. I could see that reflection, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, it's freezing outside. Like, how long is this gonna happen? Now, Lady Liberty had a long skirt on, okay, and you could see that in the still picture. And then you see the little dwarf that I saw. What he by the time I was like, what is the little bastard holding a machine? It was a machine gun, but they 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 were staying still, and I was like, okay, when's the joke going to be done? And they're going to say, hey, come on up for a drink. I thought it was maybe another Halloween party, or like, I know it's kind of weird for places to celebrate Halloween a second time. I didn't know if they were, so I'm joking around. I'm sitting there going, hey, Lady Liberty, I'm trying to get a rise out of them. And then I ended up filming. So there's a video of it. And I'm sitting, and I didn't know, but in the video, you could see other things looking into the to the camera. You see on the bottom where they're up on a balcony, and below where sea level where I'm at. There's a lot of stuff going on. In fact, in the picture, which that couldn't have been there, I would have seen it. You see the another tree bush demon looking son of a bitch. And you see a couple things like that throughout the duration of the video. Up, and also with Lady Liberty, I didn't know what that little doll looking thing, little Chucky witch looking doll thing was to the right. I saw that, and I'll be damned if I wasn't like, all right, well, you guys aren't gonna have any drinks. The hell with y'all, and put my phone in my car, turned around, and it was gone. I was like, oh, come on now. I'm like, you're talking about an eyelash, what, 1 second? There's no way Lady Liberty is moving that fast. And the dwarf, I don't know about what his deal was, but I couldn't, they were gone. That whole thing was like, I was like, wait a minute, I thought they were real people. I mean, I had no idea what was going on. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. So this has been going on every night. If I decide to go take some pictures, or film anything. So if we go to the video, let's see. I gotta laugh at myself. course I can't. There we go. Lady Liberty's kind of hot tonight. I was trying to get a rise out of him, but you see like some kind of thing at the left looking, and then I see it almost appears like the army man kind of moves. It's very strange. Of course, I start singing Michael Jackson's Thriller. That used to scare the crap out of me. Munchkin in the green suit, he's got a trippy. Yeah. And I'm not doing this, but folks, I'm not doing this on purpose either. I'm not going seeking this. I'm looking to my guardian angels. Stay still like that. I'm looking to my guardian angels to point me in the right direction. What is wrong with the right direction? You know, I would ultimately, God is great with a win-win. You know, our problem is we take a win-win and we try to make it a greedy. You know, we go in excess. We take something that you know, you take one big hunk of pie and you eat it, and we're just never satisfied. A win-win is beautiful, you know, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I win, you win. You know, I just think if I could get my life story solidified as it being, you know, scripted, that's the staple of you know, that's the staple of where this content's going to be spun from, and it just flows here. You can't make some of this stuff up. What goes on around here, on top of, you know, the people that you would see in the reboot and landlocked communities, and just how their lives will be changed, and just a new way of handling. Hey, since the first society was formed, guess what? You know what the biggest problem was? Homelessness. You know what we were doing? We're doing the same crap that we did, you know, when we were using sticks to make fire. Okay? We're doing the same shit. You know, let's think a little bit different. You know, here we make fun of our neighbors for feeding cats that are meowing at their door, and what do? We do the same damn thing on Thanksgiving. We go down and feed people turkey because we are a bunch of turkeys ourselves. Think outside the box. If it works, great. If it doesn't, let's learn from it. It's okay. We all make mistakes. By God, have some balls, people. Portal of good. You don't want to hear anybody complain about the crap that's happening at the 7-Eleven and this person did that person. You know what? You got an opportunity to come on board and help things out. And I've been asking people for this for months. And I have heard no help. This is why I'm not shocked when I came to it that there's a ton of people, a lot more people going in quicksand than are going to damn heaven. You can't have half your heart right and half it wrong. And it's okay to fail. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror, how are you going to look at God? Okay? We can't halfway. You know, it's like I was talking to this preacher at IHOP here, and I was kind of telling him about the pictures and all the stuff. He said, well, you just got to pray for it. No, you don't. You can pray for it, but you got to accept that it's real. If you can't accept that that's real, you can't accept that it's good and there's bad and there's free will. It's simple, but we complicate the shit out of it. You know, it's not that complicated, folks. It's really not. So, you know, for God's sake, Let's stop doing the same damn thing that has not worked. Okay? People shouldn't get punished like me and like a ton of other people that have gone through a divorce, got set up, had a kid involved. They had their career taken away, their credit taken away. You get punished for being punished. You get thrown in jail. You know how hard it is to get a decent paying job when you got stuff on your record for a certain amount of years, and you get it's tough. It's tough. Why can't they go to a reboot community if they're and even better themselves? But they got to work. And if you can't find a job, I got tons of stuff that we're going to do in the community. I got tons of stuff. People's kids should not have to be punished because they're what's happened to mommy or daddy, because they're being punished because they don't have the credit. Crap happens. We all fall flat on our face. Why can't we go to a reboot community and take a couple days off and take a breather and then work and then know that we're going to be okay, and that we're going to be able to hang in there for a month and a half, start saving money, and move on to a reboot community home that you can buy for a good price. I'm not trying to sell something. In order for this to work, it's got to make money. And in order to make money, if it doesn't make money, you can't get your car, you can't get a house, you can't get, a place to go when shit happens. That's what I'm trying to say. There's accountability. You got to have a job. God has accountability. You got to listen. You can't hold on to well, I went to church every single Sunday and I sang them hymns. Yeah, but what were you doing? Black guy comes into church, you go, what the hell is that guy doing? Or, it's stuff as simple as that sticks you in there. It's just stuff that there is no black and there is no white. It's what's in your heart, How can you be a Christian and just not, that is just, I don't know. I don't see color. I don't know. I don't care to be around people that see somebody and yeah, they just start bad mouthing the race, the color, and it's just I just feel sorry for them. Or everyone's obsessed with the status. That's right in the song. What is wrong with life's redemption to get you back in the right connection? Something's wrong with this direction. Go back and listen to where the song came from and at the time it happened. It's pivotal. What is wrong with the right direction, folks? Okay. I don't know. I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm trying to help everybody. I got a lot of people in this community that could really benefit. This would be a good story. This would be a success story. This would be a blueprint. Use the reboot community to better yourself. Okay, you reboot. Okay, you lick your wounds and you go back at it. It's like Rocky 2, he goes back at it. He loses in Rocky 1. Rocky 3, he loses. He loses the eye of the tiger. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. That's the truth. There's a train bound for heaven. driven by Jesus, meant for believers, not for sinners. I don't know. I have to get that in my head. This is really moves really dark thing. And I'm not trying to sit here and preach to you guys. I'm just saying it's the truth. I'm not a preacher man. I'm not a son of a preacher man. I'm just a normal guy that's had a lot of crazy things happen. Been at the point of greatness many times, and then damn, floor comes out from under you, and then you fall down and see me go back again. But I have found the solution to a lot of things. It dawned on me staying by the mall, by Gwinnett Place Mall. Gwinnett Place Mall, when I was 4 years old, I got to see that be built. That was exciting. Georgia that time was not so exciting. We had our dirt roads. We had our, hell, I don't think I really saw a movie outside the drive-in. It was Rocky IV. It was in a movie theater. You know, it was just a very different Atlanta. But that was the start of the boom that's been going on in Atlanta ever since. The mall, the Gwinnett Place Mall, and I remember Home Depot, and it came shortly along, and then Baskin and Robbins and Kroger. Let's go Kroger. All of a sudden, there were things to do right there, but it was just amazing. I remember it being built at 4 years old, and a lot of people do. It was a big deal to have a big mall for us, and it was a symbol of just the growth of Atlanta. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a shell. Now it's because I was staying up there because I have training up by Gwinnett Place, and I go to a place called Mega Mart. Right, here I am. I was thinking, well, maybe there's a grill at the hotel. Let's see, maybe I'll find something cheap. I throw on the grill, and I go in and I see a lot of ramen noodles, and okay, that's pretty cool, ramen noodles, and kind of going through the meat section, going, what kind of cut of meat is that? And it's a strong seafood, and I'm noticing. I'm like, wait a minute, why is everybody? Why am I the only Italian here? I didn't realize it was a Korean mart, and so they took advantage. It was pretty cool. I got some of the best ramen noodles I ever had. But I just walked in thinking it was a regular supermarket, but they took advantage of having there's nothing there other than that mart, and it's just a ghost town, and it's it almost reminds me of Back to the Future. If Biff had gotten a hold of the sports book almanac and won all those bets, what the town would have looked like. Remember that feeling? Remember watching Back to the Future? Biff. Nobody calls me chicken, right? It just felt like that to me. And I remember I slept in a parking spot that was kind of wooded off. And that whole area it's a lot of things need to happen there. That whole area's gone to shit. And I just, the sun was rising. I was waking up, and I saw the cracks and I saw people kind of like it looked like that people were kind of sneaking in and sneaking out. And it dawned on me, that's where the reboot community needs to go. Nobody knows what to do with this mall because it's gone since the pandemic. The pandemic killed it. Well, let's bring it back. But what we're going to do is we're going to design a fishery. We're going to get the kids involved. There's going to be a nice fishery sporting, tennis courts and basketball courts, so the kids have someplace. They have an outlet. They have someplace where they reboot themselves. They have the benefit of learning something. These poor kids in these hotels and all, it just breaks my heart. If we just gave the right tools to people to use, it could change our society. I mean, if you've got folks that are working and now bettering themselves, because I'd love to have access to more education, more training. The more people that we network, the more that we can do together. And that's funny because that brings me to the song, The Portal of Good. Oh my gosh, I'm not very proud of it, but it was, people get down in the portal of good. Wait, what is it? A lot of nice folks in the portal of good. And it just, I had to go back and listen to the tune, but basically it's everybody working together, diverse, different culture, different knowledge, different things to bring to the table, all working for one common thing. We're working towards a better society, a different way of thinking. Yes, you could be home. Yes, you could help the homeless and make them accountable. Yes, there's something called a win-win. Yes, it's okay to make a profit. If this organization doesn't make a profit, how are you going to help? But it's time to make an example. And I've been bitching moaning about it, but for a long time. Anyway, I wanted to show you that video. Now, this was the other night. The one below, and this is really strange. It doesn't look strange at first. A lot of orbs. But there's so much stuff going on in that background that when you pause, I remember seeing this blonde lady. And right there, you got stuff going on and on. There's our ghostly men at the bar. I saw that. Three, there are actually two. But there's a lot more than that. That was so weird last night. I mean, I thought Lady Liberty was a real lady. Not so much. Oh my gosh. And you pause it and you go back. I mean, you see that, like, a lot of dog-looking things. We have here. We got us a little. And the blonde lady. Yeah. I see her. Nothing. With red glasses. And then to the left, you see these, like, bush things. They're constantly there. And then you pause it, and there's just a lot of stuff going on. Orbs. And I never was a believer in all that. But, very nice. I don't know. There's more and more orbs that show up. I didn't do any of that. So I guess we got some, what do you call them? Orbs. So, yeah. It was crazy. And it just kind of, I did see a few of those. And I was like, whoa. And it doesn't really scare me. I don't know. I guess because I got three guys. I got two angels. Soldiers of God. God's army. Which is what I was told I was going to be. And then I got my guardian angel. Which, believe it or not, I believe it's Jimbo. It's just very, very strange. I don't know if anybody else has had any of these experiences. I'm not seeking it out again. I'm really trying to get somebody to start filming so I can start getting my community projects going, so people can start thinking better. How much more? And by the way, think about this. And I'm no real estate, real estate expert, but think about this. And this would be a perfect example. The Gwinnett Place Mall. If you see that and you see what has happened in that area, and then just the pure, just ghost town and homeless and just sadness. Think about it. Tearing that area into a reboot community, pretty much knocking down the mall. Gonna keep. I would like to keep the food court area just for a couple things there for, for nostalgia, if you will. But designing a fishery, to appreciate the perfect ecosystem for bass. And that means you got to have something, you got to have water coming in, you got to have water coming out. Okay. You've got, and I almost eventually see it like a campus. But you got that whole area. And then basically what I would like to have, and I've been envisioning is a big parking lot and part of the community where your crap hits the fan and, you're kicked out of the house or something's happened and all of a sudden it's like, crap. Oh, wait a minute. I can go to the reboot community parking lot, at least camp there until, I can get checked in with people. At least you could go sleep there and not have to deal with wandering around aimlessly like a lot of us have had to do. So think about it. You get that area looking beautiful, and what I would like to do too with these communities is, I was a pressure washer for an HOA based company. I know how to do it. I know how to use the solution. A lot of stuff that I've done I can use in teaching, and people that network in the portal of good can do the same. A lot of things that we can do is not necessarily, if you don't have a job, you can learn how to pressure wash, or, I'd like to help the community if they can help me with some of these projects at the same time people are learning tasks and learning traits. And, so, if you think about just a vast improvement right there, and you start improving it from, the inside out, think about areas now where you can see the zoning stop. Like you could see the nice places. Oh, wow, mansion hood. Think about where you were in like Montgomery, Alabama, downtown Atlanta, a lot of places. You turn a corner nice, turn a corner not so nice. Think about if there's a reboot community involved in that. That probably stops. Less likely to have such an economic difference financially. You're going to have, I can just see just a better quality of living, a better quality life, a higher standard. What's your choice? You're going to go be homeless, or you're going to better yourself and your kids. And I don't care what your lifestyle is. I don't care. God, as long as you're trying to do the right thing, and you're good-hearted, and you can look at yourself in the mirror, and you have accountability. It's not hard, but yeah. And then going back to my videos here, you can see I've filmed Jim a couple times. Very loves the camera. So 2 nights ago, staying at the Ingles parking lot, that video's just it's strange. I saw what to the right of the sign. It looked like a fat couple just sitting there lounging, and I'm like, what the hell? Then I started buying in, like, oh god, there's people actually doing that. And then I look and I see some big delivery truck, which none of that, everything looked so different in the daylight. A lot of this stuff wasn't there. It looks like people back there. There's a lot of stuff going on in this video that I'll tell you that it's a weird looking tree. Very weird looking tree. And now, and the thing about it is I see, but my camera always gets affected too. Look at that. So look at that weird, like, you got above the sign, you got that Ghostbuster looking thing, and then there's a time where a car comes and, guys, this is weird. Jim was right above me the whole time. I ended up falling right to sleep, a couple minutes later after that, believe it or not. They will try to get. I mean, it does. They will kind of mesmerize you a little bit. It's I just don't know enough about this stuff. Maybe I'm here to tell you the truth. Now, I will tell you the truth about aliens. That is a good trick that good old Satan uses. Now, if you go to my devil tree, where I saw the day that I saw the portal of evil, and I got that on camera by accident because I thought I was hallucinating. Wait a minute. This is a weird part. I want to. Yeah, Lee. Now it looks like the tree's holding up. I mean, it's like a torch. And there's a tree, and then there's a little devil. You want to see that? That's crazy. I don't know what that is. That tree didn't look like that. It was not that full. And then you got that head-looking thing. That's crazy.
It's changed again.
Oh gosh, it's just. I just don't have. I don't know enough about that stuff. It's like there's more like ghosts coming too. Like you think orbs, that they're not there. That's a kind of a ghostly type thing, but Oh yeah, let me get back to. I'm sorry. Let me get back to the aliens. I don't want to burst too many bubbles, but we we see what we're allowed to see at some things. Satan can present himself in so many ways. And what happens when people see an alien? They say, "Oh, well, then we must have been formed from them. It must not have been God. It has to be them." there, you start, questioning, so you listen to these goofballs, ancient aliens, you dumbasses, come on. And that's exactly what they're falling. They're falling right into the bait. And so there's, if you look at the demon portal, the demon picture, down by the tree to the left, you'll see something that looks just like an alien. Some of this stuff that they do can present themselves looking like aliens. And what do? We instantly give them the credit and say, "Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? We were formed from them, and blah 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 blah." And next thing you know, we're discounting God, and then Satan's gotten his he's gotten his way there. He had his way with you, your way right away. It's a shame, but I'll tell you, it's been pretty cool having Jimbo there. It's really something. And it's been really something. I almost find it comical that I thought those people up on the balcony were still partying from Halloween 2 days later. Guys, if you look at all the stuff, I got some guardian angels. We got, looks like some demons, some ghosts. I would love some folks to join along. Now, I've got to figure out how I'm going to, basically, I need to figure out how I can get Gwinnett Place donated to me or to the organization. I got to put on fundraisers. I want to get the media involved. I used to do this as a general manager of a minor league baseball team. Had no problem raising money in an area that I never knew of. There was one simple formula: get the mayor involved with the right media, and everything else kind of clicks in. And I was able to raise money. I was able to get on TV, able to advertise. I didn't have the Montgomery, Alabama, attendance record for nothing. I put on fan appreciation night, but I would love to get with some creative people that want to do this for the love of the game, that want to do this because they're sick of the same old negative BS, and they want to do something that's going to be thinking differently and thinking more positively and having just a whole slew of content that you can count on that's going to be spewing out, because we're going to do something different. We're not going to sit there and take it from the devil and from these people that don't give a crap, that you're not going to help some of these people. They're just not help. I'm telling you, saw some of these people in quicksand, and how angry, and how just, it's not going to happen. For some people, it could. There's a lot of disappointed, a lot of battered, beaten down people out there. It's tough. The other thing that I'm going to say is there's another reason why that and I don't want to hear bullshit. Tennis isn't a real sport. By gosh, it's one of the toughest sports. I'm not a small person. I used to bench 400 and something pounds. I still can, I'm still a beast. Tennis is one of the hardest sports that you can ever play. It's very much like boxing. Okay. It is one of the toughest, if not the toughest sport to play. mentally and physically. But here's the thing, folks. Like I've always said, I lost a lot of points. When you write down 6 love, write that down. And you look on that looks pretty good. Looks pretty clean. 6 love. We called it a donut or a bagel. I bageled them or I ate some donuts. But I lost. Most people, you lose a lot of points winning that match. It doesn't have to be 6 love. It could be, 7-6 in the third. You won the match. You barely won the match. You lost a lot of points. I'm used to, losing some points, and getting up and shaking it off and timing it out and getting ready to smack another return or another forehand. This time, keep your hips in, move, keep your head down, hit through it, quit being a puss, and just do it. I'm used to losing points, turning around and kicking ass. And I don't think a lot of people are. I think I can handle this stuff a little bit better than most people. So, I am just seeing a society being more and more weak-minded, and being the same train of thought. I don't want to be different, and I don't want to try something outside the grain because then I will, the limelight will be shed on me. Who cares? Let's try. I didn't want to open the portal of wusses. I wanted to open up the portal of good. It's up to you guys. I'm gonna try anyway. I've got a couple people that I might be able to get to film. At least on the camera side, I just need a couple minor things. I just need some content. If I can get the piece to the puzzle, and I got some guests coming on next, that I could pull the trigger on, and I haven't yet. I haven't yet for some reason. I got now the reboot spot. Now I gotta make some noise. I gotta get some celebrities involved and get people in the right pinball positions, and I just roll the dice. I don't know if my community project will end up funding the film part, or the film part will end up funding the community project. But a lot of people around here could, like I said, could benefit. And I don't know why I'm being every single night for the last 4.5 weeks, I have been escorted at least by my guardian angel, if not by 2 others in a perimeter form. I'm not sure. And then you look at all of this stuff that I'm just trying to film Jim, and I'm seeing all this crap. Let's quiet the crowd a little bit. Let's push them back. You can't beat good when good is good. You can't. They don't like it. They don't like it. They didn't like when I was doing the Trinity on them. They don't like it. They don't like it one bit. I'm going past graveyards lecturing because I feel presence of that get over yourself. Like these people are so stuck up about get over yourself and just go past. Go to the light. Go to the light. You stubborn, selfish bastard. Just go to the light. You know. But I don't think they care for me going past their graves anymore. Curse at them. It's the same crap. If you notice, if you notice how these pictures are, they change. I mean, now I'm looking at the picture of the two lights and the red one, and now in front of the tree, it's looking whatever that bush is. I don't even know if that bush exists. So just it's interesting. Let's push back. Let's fight. Let's eat lightning and crap thunder. It's solely up to y'all. And I hope to be in the trenches with you. I really do. I'm gonna say my goodbyes as I plunge into work later and deliver some pizzas on the side too. But you can get in touch with me at rwbthert direction 23@gmail.com. You got my Podbean website. rwbthert direction 23.podbean.com. Okay. I'm gonna get my YouTube channel working and cleaned up a little bit better as I actually get some money. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to actually donate and help out a little bit, that would be fine and dandy. There's a patron donation link right on the webpage, and sure would love it. And once I can get some time and I could start creating some podcasts that are patron only, and we'll figure some stuff out as if it evolves, if it evolves. I just think that it would be nice to turn it 180 degrees and push back and say, you know what, we're going to change the way, get people in the right group that are open to saying, okay, let's change the way that we think. Okay. God only knows what's in your heart, not what's your color. And appreciate other people's diverse talents and diversity. Here I am. I'm a Republican, by the way. I named my daughter Jenna after Jenna Bush. I'm fiscally conservative, but I don't know where all these other sides, these other parties have taken parts of life, and I don't know, but one of the most beautiful things and the worst things has been being tied up here in Warcross, Georgia. I'm the minority, and yet never thought about it, and have just, everyone's loved me and I've loved them, and it's just common respect and appreciation, and that's all you got to do. And when you can look at yourself and laugh, and you can look at yourself and admit, you're not the greatest. Well, I was the greatest in tennis for a day or two, but then you can appreciate other people. Other people have things that you don't have. You don't all have to have the same qualities. It's great to be competitive. It's also great to appreciate how people have other talents that you might not have, and that maybe that's a good thing that you can team up with. In the portal of good, people getting down in the portal of good. I have to come. I have to have the. I recorded that. I have to play it. And I'm sure we're going to get more adventures with me and Jim. And but if anybody wants to, to help, I would love it. I appreciate you let me rant on a little bit. Sorry, I get get a little pissed. I've been trying to at least get my life story scripted and written, and since February I've been trying to do this, and I haven't really pushed it in social media yet because I don't know. I don't really have. I haven't had anybody to come up and say, yeah, all right, let's do it. I just kind of I've been trying to build a group while trying to tread water with 1,000-pound weight on you. I know I have a kid. I got to see my daughter. It was so great to see her. She's